So, it's been a good 3 years since I was first introduced to the amazing anime series Tokyo Ghoul by Lord Ishida himself. And since season 1 aired, I've read the manga, seen the much hated season 2, and now finally we have a third series, Tokyo Ghoul Re. Or RE, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Re because that's how I've said it. Like, just don't kill me, please. Like, just personal opinions are a thing. Now, in my personal opinion, the third season of Tokyo Ghoul has been a bit shaky, so each episode the pacing is kind of off and there is a lot being crammed into each episode. But this is most likely due to the whole 12 episode limit. But nevertheless, this doesn't really, get in the way. I really have enjoyed the past 6 episodes that have come out so far. And with that said, that's why I've decided to start off with episode 6, since that is the latest episode as of this recording. I feel like by the time this comes out, episode 7 would have come out as well. But, we'll deal with that when that comes around, I guess. But never fear, I will be doing a review on all the previous episodes before episode 6 or 7, of course. So it's just a matter of waiting for that to get done. Baby steps. Now, without further ado, on with the review. That rhymed. Oh my gosh, that was unintentional. Starting off, I think episode 6 was pretty decent as a whole. There was a lot going on within the episode as we jumped from fight to fight. We had Yuri and Mitsuki versus Big Madam, then we had Juzo and her squad versus Big Madam. Also the rest of the Quinks versus Nutcracker, and finally Heist versus Takizawa. Basically we had a lot of fights going on at the same time. But I can say it wasn't too badly put together. In no way was I struggling to keep up with all the fights, and I could still understand what was going on with each of them. Now within each fight we received quite a bit of character development for each character, such as Yuri, Mitsuki, Heist and Shirazu. So I'm pretty much going to go over examples of each character's development within the fights, just because they made up the episode for me. Yuri's development came in the form of his RC cell overdose. In the previous episode we saw that he got his frame upgraded, and in today's episode, well in episode 6, we truly saw what that actually did for him. It really did give him a massive boost in power, but it made him go crazy, and he really thought, he had so much pride that he was so much stronger and that he was able to fight Big Madam, but she really showed him that you're still young and inexperienced, and he's just way out of his league, and he really got wrecked. It was really tragic. But from his eyes, we as the viewers really got a feel for his hatred of his own lack of strength and his desire to be of use to the Quinks squad. Because of this, he just wants status, he wants to be approved by Heist, and it really just was a sad scene. And following up from Yuri's outburst scene, we have Mitsuki, who gets her own bit of development, where she has a heartfelt moment with Yuri, where she activates her Kagune for the first time, and pretty much tells Yuri that he isn't a thorn in their side, that it must be hard that he feels so alone, but he's with the Quinks now. The scene as a whole was quite a nice surprise, the whole Kagune reveal and how caring she was towards Yuri. It was unexpected, but it was nice. Next up we have Shirazu, whose name I really hope I'm pronouncing right. He showed off some analytical skills and was able to form a plan to help them defeat Nutcracker, which was really impressive. So yeah, good for him, some character spotlight right there. And of course, not to forget our best lazy girl Psycho, who actually wrecked Nutcracker herself. That was really a really cool scene. Well, we actually didn't really see anything, but it was a nice teaser to what would be coming up in later episodes, and just showing that she's actually capable of doing some stuff, aside from sneaking into the kitchen and stealing some meat before retreating to her room and playing games as she does. And finally we come to the character development of my main man Heist, who we see having some more internal conflicts with his previous being Kaneki Ken, also my main man. But honestly everyone, this is where I feel rather hurt by the episode. Like, I legitimately feel like this episode just hurt me here, and let me just explain why. As I previously mentioned, there was a lot going on during this episode, and I felt that fights like Heist vs Takizawa and Juzo vs Big Madam suffered a lot due to the fact that they kept on being cut away from, which for me as a whole just ruined what could have been some really emotionally driven scenes if the fights were properly given some focus. Honestly, I feel like if the anime had more time, they would have really given the Heist and Kaneki scenes more spotlight, so they could really put across that emotional turmoil between the two characters, because it really is an important part of Tokyo Ghoul, I don't think that's just my personal view. I think as a whole, the whole conflict that Kaneki feels within himself, whether it's between him and Heist or just him and how he has to fight between being a human and a ghoul, is just a massive part of the series. And yeah, I just feel like that should have been really focused on in the episode, aside from the whole Juzo and her past, which I'm just gonna get onto. And yeah, just following up with my previous points, the whole Juzo Big Mom backstory reveal was really glossed over during the episode. Like, again, just because of the time restraints, they weren't really able to focus on it all. Again, I'll just recommend checking out the manga just so you could properly see the relationship Big Madame, sorry, this is not One Piece, Big Madame and Juzo had, and yeah, I'm sure you'll feel more of an impact during the scene. I really don't know why they thought it was a good idea for them to be playing Unravel during the last few minutes of the Heist and Takizawa fight. Honestly, it's not just me that feels this isn't right? Like, it really felt out of place. I don't know why they threw it in there, for whatever reason it was, probably nostalgia, calling back to season 1. I don't know if this is asking too much, but I feel like it would have been better for them to make an original track for this specific fight. Either that or just use some music they've used in the past, but anything would have been better than using Unravel, which I just feel like was really out of place. But don't get me wrong, I really love the Unravel song. Like, I don't know anybody that doesn't enjoy the song, and it just works so well when Kaneki was fighting Jason, or when Kaneki was holding Hyde, was it Hide? When he was holding his body through all the CCG members. It was those two scenes that I feel Unravel worked really well, and yeah, it just didn't work well during this Takizawa fight. Bringing this review to a close and giving you a nice little conclusion, Tokyo Ghoul Re episode 6 has some cool fights, slight character development from Heist, Yuri and other characters, but the continuous shift between the focuses in each fight made for a negative effect that, you know, it just didn't really feel right to me. But you know, I still enjoyed the episode as a whole, and I hope you guys did too. So yeah, that was my review on Tokyo Ghoul Re episode 6. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was really hard for me to do because I really say a lot during, well, just when I speak in general, or no, I guess when I'm doing specific stuff, and it's really irritating, and I'm sure you guys don't want to hear that. So that's why I had to just really improve on my speech within such a short amount of time. Hopefully in future videos it won't be as much of a struggle, and thus I'll be able to get videos out faster. But for now, that's kind of the case. But still, I managed to get it done, right? That was good. So I guess I'll see you guys during the next review. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just gonna end this before